You want to talk red pill? Let's talk the real red pill. Real red pill versus blue pill. The blue pill offered to civilization, offered to men in civilization. Work your ass off for 40 years of your life, doing a job you can't fucking stand, where you're bored out of your mind, being so fake for so long, being such an appeasing, feminized cock for your entire career that halfway through you've forgotten who you even are. You can't even identify the difference between the brainwashing and the real person inside you. And that's real, by the way. That actually happens to most men in corporate jobs and most women as well. By the time they're 40, most of them are cooked. As a result, you become fat, flabby, you become psychologically low self-esteem and therefore unattractive. You're dating a 3, you're dating a 4, you're dating a 5. You're desperately simping after a fucking nobody of a girl. You're using drugs, you're drinking, you're hating your fucking life. And you're sat on a weeknight in front of a screen watching fucking Black Mirror or watching my YouTube channel, frankly. Watching me out here in Medellin have an adventure, watching Mayan Fields, watching sport, watching the World Cup, talking about Jude fucking Bellingham, yeah? You're talking about match fixing and a fucking fake sport that doesn't even fucking matter. I used to be almost a professional footballer. It's just a fucking game. Those fans, I can assure you, none of those players give two fucking shits about your life. They don't care if you live or fucking die. They don't give a fuck. They're getting paid £500,000 a month just to run around playing football. And that's life. That's the blue pill. Yeah? And if you work really hard when you're 68 years old, you get to go and have a holiday for a few years where you get to go and do what you want. Only you're old. And all you can fucking do is gardening. Yeah? That's all you're fit to do. You've got arthritis, your dick doesn't fucking work, and you're going senile. Yeah? That's the blue pill. And that's if you've made it. That's if you fucking made it. That's if you've made it. That is what civilization is offering you now. That is what civilized life is offering you. If you make it big, yeah? If you get wealthy, it's just the same fucking bullshit, trust me. The same fucking bullshit. And even worse, actually. Even worse, because you make bigger mistakes, bigger regrets. And young people now, the under 40s, it's even more hilarious now. Because they do all of the above, the 60, 70 hours, and they don't even get those trappings. They do it all to literally be 19th century fucking slaves in the workhouse. Yeah? You work 70 hours a week, 15 years, you can't even afford a deposit in a major city. That's what we're serving up to the youth. Yeah? And we're pretending there's a housing fucking crisis. Yeah? Brick and mortar. Bricks and fucking mortar. We've got automobiles I'm in the third world. You've got fucking automobiles galore. We've got the internet, yeah? We've got smartphones. Everyone's got a fucking smartphone. But we can't figure out how to put one brick on top of another and put cement on it for the general population. Yeah, put fucking toilet in there and electricity. Toilet invented like 200 years ago by a talented Frenchman. Right? We can't bullshit. Total bullshit. You are getting squeezed. You're getting squeezed and strangled. And they've realized that because of the brainwashing, yeah, the millennials and Gen Zs, they will actually take being perpetually homeless, yeah, for the rest of their fucking lives. Oh, and by the way, Gen Z and millennials, you're not getting decent wives either. Right. Fuck me. That's the blue pill. The blue pill is so repulsive now, everyone's puking it up. Everyone's puking it up. Even people who 20, 30 years ago would have taken it happily, gone, yeah, I'll take the wife, I'll take the 70 hours, I don't give a shit. This'll do. I'll take the wife, I'll take the comfy house. Yeah, I've got something to my name, something to pass on to my children. Now you ain't even fucking getting that. You ain't even getting that. Yeah? You literally have to be, like, it's basically now top 10% of the population is owning a property. Yeah, that's it. Otherwise you're a serf, yeah? Okay, so that's the blue pill. The vomit-worthy blue pill. And I'm going to give you the real fucking red pill from a man who's traveled around, I don't know, 20, 30 fucking different countries. I've lived in 16, 17 countries. It's similar in most, it's not the same everywhere, but it's similar in most places because obviously the banks have figured out, oh my God, we can do this to people and they'll fucking take it. Yeah? But here's the real red pill. The real red pill is this. I am not offering you an easy, relaxing ride. I'm not promising you fucking anything. In fact, what I will promise you is discomfort. I will promise you discomfort. Destruction of your illusions, destruction of your identity, a destruction of the illusions some men hold about themselves, a destruction of your excuses. Shut the fuck up and go. Go. Yeah? That's the cold approach side of things, but it's about a lot more than that. Yeah. The real red pill is the best life in 2026 is a multi-jurisdictional piratical lifestyle. Yeah? Is the band of high piracy. Because when it all fails, when the nation states, the politics, the banks, the economies, your fucking corporation, not when all of that becomes a joke, when it all becomes a joke, you look round and go, I know this is how men are feeling, looking around going, what the fuck are we going to do? Fuck are we supposed to do? We are slaves. Yeah? We get given tokens. We sacrifice our life for fucking tokens that we have to trade in for food. Right? And I go from a box fucking office to going to live in a fucking box. Like in one of these places. Right? And that's what I do. What are we going to do? Huh? Just remember your ancestors, my brothers. Remember what you are a descendant of. And this is what I'm here to do on this channel. I am a throwback to the steppe, yeah, to the raiding caste, to the raiding class from the steppe, swept across Eurasia 3,500 years ago. That's not even a joke. I've actually done a genetic test. I've got an extreme amount of steppe DNA. That's because my ancestors are all West Island. Anyway, that's the whole, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But research the spirit of the Bronze Age if you're a European. Yeah, but even if you're not a European, by this stage, we're mostly the descendants of complete animals. Yeah, because all of the passive, all of the passive guys, they've all long dissipated, right? If you're a black guy, you're West African, or you're a Caribbean, South American, North American, you're descendants of the fucking Bantus, right? Yeah, you lost around in history. You're literally a descendant of the Bantu, which is one of the most successful warrior castes, literally in human history. Why do you think people in Mozambique, East Africa, look pretty much the same as the people in Nigeria? Do you think they just walked down there? You just had a stroll down, oh, let's set up shop here in fucking East Africa and Central Africa and the Congo. No, they hacked and battered their way across, right? Fucking brutal conditions, yeah? In their tribes, in their clans. And they did it over fucking centuries, yeah? The Bantu expansion. I don't need to talk. Most people, if you're Japanese, you already know about your ancestry. Yeah, fucking Mongolian Tibetans. There are a few, like basically, peoples in the past who never really made it very far, but most people are now descendants of champions because everyone who's not a champion was wiped out, basically. That's the brutal nature of things. So you feel inside you the pull to expansion, the pull to adventure. And that is what I offer you. That's why I show on this channel what I'm doing. I'm out here in Medellin. You see me in Turkey, Istanbul. You see me prowling around the streets of Dominican Republic, streets of Brazil, Serbia, Bosnia, North Macedonia. You see me cropping up all over the place. Yeah, it's the spirit of expansion and adventure. And I know there are men out there just mindlessly staring at screens, feeling so fucking numb. If I can do one thing with this video, it's just to wake you up. More is possible for your fucking life. Yeah. And you're going to wake up old and you're going to go, was that it? That's going to happen. Yeah. It's going to happen. So what I'm offering you is another path, a path of truth, a path of adventure, path of events, of stories, an odyssey, if you will. That is what I am offering you. And that is what men in their 30s, 40s and 50s, that is what actually you need. That is what actually you need. And women are just a small part of that, maybe 10, 20%. Yeah. You know, the domesticated, broken man. Is that what you want to be? Or do you want to walk on the fucking wild side? Huh? That's why I go around the world. That's why I learn the different languages, approach the exotic girls. Yeah. I'm 40 years old. I'm fucking approaching 20-year-olds. I date 19-year-olds at 40. Yeah. Bald. 5'8". Where's your fucking excuse? Where is it? Yeah. One of my students, Ethan, legend Ethan, 37-year-old, Asperger's syndrome virgin, lost his virginity through daytime cold approach. He's wrecked your excuse, my friend. There are no more excuses. And this is what I hear from guys, fucking pathetic excuses, right? There are none. There's nothing fucking wrong with you. Yeah. There's nothing fucking wrong with you. If you're normal weight, you're well presented, you're fairly intelligent, which is most guys, there's no fucking reason why you can't slay that dragon. That's the easy part. The girls are the easy fucking part. That's the easy part. I'm talking about something much deeper. I'm talking about the meaning of your life as a man. And this is why I go around the world, you know, traveling, having adventures, building my brotherhoods, shooting fucking guns, learning to be a lethal operator. Yeah, I'm not too far away now. I'm not too far away. I'm actually all right. I'm actually all right these days. I wouldn't want to have a duel with myself, to be honest. Yeah. And this is what happens, guys. Eventually start to converge on this lifestyle, men of spirit. And that is who I'm reaching out for. But yeah, if that spirit is lying dormant in you, allow this video, allow these words to wake you up. You are worth more than this fucking zombie life, my brother. You're worth more than this dead, passive, zombified life. See, this dog's got plenty of life in him. There we go. The irony is, right, around here, all these fucking domesticated cocks around here in Laureles, the dogs have got more life than the humans. That's a prime example right there. Guy in his 20s, walking his fucking dog around the block. Yeah. Medellin, by the way, is just a weird place. You've got the savage animalistic nonsense out in the barrios, which is just too dangerous. But even the way they rob people is verminous and cowardly. They use women to rob people. And they use the girls on Tinder, they use the prostitutes, drug the guys, scopolamine, you put it in a drink. The guy collapses, but he ain't gonna die. And then you fucking rob him blind. That's what they do here. That's how these big Colombian gangsters rob people. They use women. What a bunch of fucking pussies. If you're gonna rob me, put a fucking Glock straight to my forehead. Look me in the fucking eye. Absolute bunch of fucking frauds. And then around this area, the middle class area, they're just comatose. Spiritual fucking transsexuals. So, yeah. The people I like in Colombia from different regions, the north of the country, I like the Venezuelans. But yeah, this place ain't it, man. This place ain't it. I had fun here the first month, but I'm realizing these people are more dead than anything I've ever fucking seen. Dead, dude. The walking dead in Laureles. Anyone who lives here who's observant will say the same thing. Yeah. Do not allow that to be your future. Yeah? Fuck me. I mean, if you're going to go down the domestic route, at least have fucking children. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. So boys, if this video speaks to you, I'm Joseph. On this channel, I teach a lot of daytime approach. I'm basically a master of daytime approach. I teach a lot of relationship stuff because I realized I've been lied to about women. I've been lied to about equality and relationships and all that stuff when I was younger. I realized if I wanted to get my dick wet, I was going to have to do something different. And so I did. So I started on this campaign. And eventually, I started off in nightlife in those days. I was a club promoter eventually for 4 years. So I certainly saw the dark side or bright side of the female sexuality, depending on which way you look at it. And then I started to look around the world and go, it feels like everything's a trap. It feels like every single thing around me is a fucking trap. And I know there are intelligent guys who feel this. And so I decided to depart on my anti-civilizational fucking quest to recapture the age of high piracy. So this is where I am, traveling around the world, shooting guns, meeting babes. It's a good life. But now the mission is to build a brotherhood. Now the mission is to free other men. I was freed. I was freed by certain people and certain events. My mission is to free you too, my friends. Here's the thing, and I said this on my live yesterday. We can be spiritual wizards. We can use the internet, we can pull resources, we can travel. There are still territories out there where freedom is possible. Yeah, there are still ways to find a beautiful, instinctive and powerful and ascendant life. There are still ways. I've done it myself. You will have to come off the beaten track somewhat. But I always recommend keeping one foot inside civilization. Get the money, get the fucking insurance, keep your passport. Come and have an adventure. Come and allow your soul to breathe, to live, to ride. Yeah. With a fucking bronze axe in your hand through the plains, metaphorically, maybe literally. Maybe that's the next mission. We get on the fucking horseback. We go across, well, I don't think we'll be going across the Ukrainian steppe, but maybe we go across, the Pontic Caspian steppe together. What a fucking mission that would be. It's my 50th birthday. I've got 10 years to prepare for that one. It's a thought, actually. So anyway, boys, I'll leave it there. It's a thought-provoking video. I'm Joseph. Comment below if any of this speaks to you. Subscribe if any of this speaks to you. Subscribe if you are tired of the living death life. If you actually want to live as a human being, as a human man, and there's just simply too much of you, there's too much man in you to simply lie down and fucking die. And I know so many men have got this spirit in them. I know they have. Maybe even women as well. Maybe there's even barbarian girls who, in their darker moments think, God, I would love to. I've got 13% female views. I would love to ride on horseback with this fucking maniac and his guys. Yeah. So, boys, I teach people cold approach. That's just at this point, honestly, it's so mundane and easy. You're probably shitting yourself. You're probably getting all sorts of panic attacks and anxiety and so on. And, give me 3 days with you. I'll sort that out. And, be in my remit for a year. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you stay the course, you will transform into something you don't even fucking recognize right now, because you've got the spirit of this steppe, the spirit of the Bronze Age, the spirit of the fucking Bantu, the spirit of the fucking plains within you, my brothers.